Makofi kwa Dr. Francis Atoli. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Reverend. Watu wafupi ni hatari sana. Anaenda mpaka anasema vile nilivyo, mpaka anafanya watu wote dunia mzima wanajua ya kwamba na ni kweli mimi, na ndio kwa sababu mkanirudisha kwa tamu nyingine ile mtoto wangu asikose maziwa. Your Excellency, before I go on salutation, we have Honorable Fred Omido, the veteran labor leader, and the men who fought for both Kenya and Tanzanian freedom. And before he was relieved in Tanzania to come to Kenya, his history is too long. He had been proposed to be the first president of the Tanzanian people, or Tanzania as a country. But then when they discovered he was a Kenyan, they said you need to cross the border and leave the position for the late Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. He fought alongside with so many veterans in this country to make us to be where we are today. Ningelipendelea kama Fred yuko karibu acha salamie His Excellency the President. Fred has been a veteran labor leader. Fred has been a member of parliament for Makadara. He was also a councillor in Nairobi and is a man of history. He's the only veteran still living amongst others like the late Clement Lubembe, whom Reverend didn't mention. Clement Lubembe came from this place as well. We had so many labor leaders from here. We had Otenyo, the founder member of the Kenya Railway Workers Union. He came from this place as well, and so many others. Fred was our mentor. We emulated him, and Fred, we always pray for you to be still around. He's on our pension list. Yeah, sema tu jambo.
Your Excellency, zamani tulikuwa tukisema mtukufu rais, lakini wakasema mtukufu ni Mungu, kwa hiyo tunasema mheshimiwa rais. Ni furaha yangu kuwa pamoja na wewe siku hii ya leo. Chama cha wafanyakazi ni chama ambacho kilipigania uhuru katika nchi hii. Bwana Chebia ametaja watu wengine, amewacha wengine. Bwana Kibisu marehemu alikuwa pamoja na Tom Mboya. Wao ndio walianzisha chama cha wafanyakazi katika Kenya. Na wakati Jomo Kenyatta walipofungwa, Tom Mboya na Kibisu walianzisha mtindo wa kupigania kuona kwamba nchi yetu imepata uhuru. Na sehemu hii mahali tumekaa, palikuwa mzee alianzisha dini ya Francis katika nchi hii, katika sehemu hii. Marehemu nani mzee huyo anaitwa, alianzisha, hata nafikiri shamba hii ni shamba yake. Chama cha wafanyakazi kimefanya kazi kubwa, na Atoli, mimi na fikira alikuwa Juma Boy, sijui Dennis Akumu, alikuwa Juma Boy. Atoli akiwa shop steward katika posta, alikuwa anafanya kazi kwa posta, na akawa shop steward mzuri sana sana, na matajiri wakaona huyo na wasumbua, wakataka kumtupa Wajir. Wanataka kumtupa Wajir, hakuna posta, ni agency katika ofisi ya DC. Na tukaona huyu ni kijana mzuri, anatetea wafanyakazi kwa kazi nzuri, na lazima tumchukue sasa tumlete katika KOTU badala ya kwenda kupoteza wakati kwa jela. Ndio mimi na Juma Boy tukaleta Atwoli katika chama cha wafanyakazi KOTU, akaanza kama mfanyakazi wa chini KOTU na ameendelea. Amerika ndio walikuwa marafiki zetu, chama cha wafanyakazi wa Amerika. Na kulikuwa na mzee mmoja huko alikuwa anaitwa George Mini, mzee sana, na wafanya kazi wa Amerika walimshika wakazingatia. Uchaguzi ukifanya walikuwa nasema kiti ya George Mini mbali, ingine ifanyiwe uchaguzi, lakini hii hapana. Atwoli amefika mahali hapo. Yeye ndio George Mini wa Kenya, aendelee na kazi ya wafanyakazi mpaka siku Mungu atakayosema umefika mwisho. Na kuombea baraka uendelee na kazi hiyo siku zote. Niko 102 sasa, miaka yangu 102. Nashukuru sana.
Mnaona Fred yuko 100 years and is still smart upstairs. Wengine wanasema sisi ni wazee sana. Your Excellency, I want to recognize some of very important people who have joined us today. Your Excellency, I recognize the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the Governor of Vihiga, Honorable Wilbur Otichiro, all governors present, including my Kakamega governor, ambaye ameleta watu kutoka governor kutoka Kakamega. Thank you very much. Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Labor and Social Affairs Protection, Dr. Alfred Mutua. Your Excellency, you are Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Wetangula, Baba Aroma, all other cabinet secretaries present. I saw here our Honorable Minister, able hard-working Minister for Public Service, Honorable Ruku, all principal secretaries from all departments, including my own principal secretary from the Ministry of Labor, two of them who are here with us, the principal judge of Employment Labor Relations Court, Justice Monica Mbaru, and other judges of Employment and Labor Relations Court present. We have the managing trustee, a very hard-working managing trustee of National Social Security Fund, Brother David Koros. We have the chair of the National Industrial Training, Brother Den Nur Ali. The Social Health Authority, where I sit on the board as well. The CEO is represented by Dr. Ibrahim Matende, who is here with us, and also chair, I think, of Kenya Medical Association, if I'm not wrong. Other guests who are here with us, our members of Court Executive Board, Court Leadership, our affiliates. First and foremost, Your Excellency, I take this opportunity to thank you for honoring our invitation to be the chief guest during this 61st Labor Day celebrations under the theme, Kenya Workers Support the Northern Link, Accelerating Trade Through the Rironi-Malaba Highway Transformation. Your Excellency, this is a very special Labor Day in our year calendar, because for the first time since 1965, we have, through your support, your request, and also the invitation from the Vihiga County to be conducted outside Nairobi since the formation of COTU in 1965. Equally, let me take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to thank you in person and your government for the mama support that you exhibited logistically to make sure we are here in Vihiga today. I want, on the same vein, to thank the entire Vihiga County government team for the wonderful support and by providing all technical assistance that we required. Our history has been briefly narrated by Fred Omido. It's a long history, Your Excellency. Sometimes employers get mistaken thinking that Labor Day also includes employers. The history of labor movement is long, Your Excellency, because it dates back from 1st of May in 1886 in Haymarket at Chicago massacre, where thousands and thousands of workers were clobbered when they were striking, demanding an 8-hour working. And then the employers could not understand them. They asked police and they used whatever available missile, and so many workers died on that day, and this prompted Paris meeting of labor leaders on 4th of June, on 14th of June in 1989 to declare this day a Workers' International Labor Day. Here in Kenya, our founding father, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, in 1963, he made a declaration. And in that declaration, it did really vividly mention that he is accepting that Kenyan workers should join other international workers on the International Labor Day to celebrate this day as a Workers' Day in the Republic of Kenya. Doesn't mention employers. Employers can come on our invitation and so on. And I want to thank Kenyan employers who have given us moment support. Your Excellency, we have been renewing our collective bargaining agreements time and again through the support of our employers in the Republic of Kenya in order to improve terms and conditions of service of our members. And we would like those positive employers to continue cooperating with us for the purposes of putting some mechanism in place to jointly spur economic growth of our country and make sure that we create more employment for our young men and women who are leaving institutions of high learning on daily basis. Your Excellency, as stated earlier, the theme of this year's Labor Day seeks to recognize and appreciate you for your commitment towards enhancing the infrastructure growth of this country and specifically areas that were traditionally marginalized. On behalf of Kenyan workers, allow me, Your Excellency, to thank you for your boldness. You are a bold president. You are very bold to have come up with projects that most of the presidents shied away from. One, Your Excellency, is affordable housing, which has changed the face of the Republic of Kenya. You go everywhere, you land in Kisumu, it's unimaginable. The other one is the one that you have embarked on to make sure that from Rironi up to Malaba, and as you have been requested, it will be so good also to have a radio station at Luanda, and we support that. That will be a wonderful project on the SGR side and on the new express highway that you are now working on from Rironi to Malaba. Your Excellency, lastly, we ask you, you are in the process of coming up with National Economic and Social Council, and on this council, workers used to be represented. When finally it is in place, let court be represented. Your Excellency, as it has been stated, we recently, and I want to thank your Minister for Labor and the entire Labor Ministry fraternity. They did a commendable job during our recently concluded COTU elections, which your government allowed COTU as a free and independent workers' labor movement to regulate itself under the supervisory mechanism provided for by your Minister of Labor. And it was so wonderful that we concluded elections without any problems at all and or any interference. Your Excellency, even as we celebrate this year's Labor Day, I am compelled to humbly remind you that the Minister of Labor is here to ratify ILO Convention 189 and 190. This is even after Your Excellency assured Kenyan workers last year during the Labor Day celebrations that the ratifications would take place soon after last year's Labor Day. Your Excellency, I, on behalf of millions of domestic workers, urge you to ensure that the ratification of these two critical conventions that have since been ratified by other countries are equally ratified by our country, by our nation. Your Excellency, the problem on the labor market today globally is outsourcing. Outsourcing is not bad, but Kenyan outsourced companies have a feeling that those employees under their ambit must be exploited. The Minister of Labor, he promised, has got to come out with a policy on outsourcing in this country, as it has been recommended by the International Labour Organization that any outsourced staff and is on your premises must enjoy terms and conditions of service as per the prevailing collective bargaining agreement of that particular industry. Your Excellency, we wish to implore to you more than ensure that all relevant government agencies ensure that outsourced companies also pay statutory deductions, hawalipi kodi, hawalipi kitu chochote. This is a big avoidance of making sure that Kenya government collects revenue from them. Your Excellency, we happen in our midst to have the managing trustee of NSSF. Let me take this opportunity to thank you for the vision and leadership that you have exhibited towards making the National Social Security Fund a leading pension scheme in Africa that is responsive not only in eradicating old age poverty, but also meeting the infrastructure demands. Your Excellency, I used to admire Tanzania and NSSF because it came up with several government projects, including putting up parliament in Dodoma, police stations everywhere in Tanzania, and also in the area of energy, and the latest President Nelson Mandela University of Technology in Arusha, and now I think that is where our current NSSF is heading. Your Excellency, in 2024 and 2025, the NSSF has recorded double-digit returns of 11% and 17%, making it one of the best well-managed workers' fund in the region. We kindly ask you to allow more workers and employers representatives to sit on the board. Say, for example, workers should provide 4 instead of 2, and employers should provide 4 instead of 2, so that we assist the CEO and his team to efficiently manage this workers' fund. Your Excellency, we wish to draw your attention to the growing challenges facing Kenyan workers within the EPZ under the Export Processing Zone Authority, where we are witnessing the emergence of companies not honoring freely negotiated collective bargaining agreements. Briefly, Your Excellency, let me touch on social health authority. We have heard a lot of noises and so on, more so coming from our institutions and workers and other interested organizations. When we carried out research, Your Excellency, we found that you meant very well when you established the Social Health Authority. But as a member of that board, I can tell you for free that the problem that SHA is facing is internal. Otherwise, SHA has done a commendable job. And also, the problem is of mixing two acts, one for Digital Health Authority and which is independent, with that one of SHA, two independent acts of parliament, away from the one that established SHA. As I'm talking to you, Your Excellency, SHA does not administer the information communication system under Taifa Care platform, which is supposed to monitor the entire expenditure of SHA, and also if SHA is given full administrative of that particular platform, other than this being worked out by the DHA, that will be the end of conflicts between the insured organizations and service providers. You can look at that. Meanwhile, those are administrative issues. I have talked to the minister concerned, and I think if they are looked into that, SHA have a platform, controls the information and monitors the expenditure, both income and expenditure of contributions, which about 90% comes from workers, there will be no more problems. Your Excellency, I have said about affordable housing, and I don't want to repeat, and I want to thank you very much. I want also to go further than that. You allowed us workers to apply to be apportioned, and you reduced the deposit from 10% to 5% for workers. Let these workers be part as owners, because they are contributors of these beautiful, magnificent, affordable houses throughout the Republic. Your Excellency, I don't want to labor too much on that. That's a subject we have discussed with you and you are aware. Your Excellency, as Kenyan workers, we are deeply appreciative of the move by your government also to build, as I've said, an SGR. But we want to appeal to you. We have a young man elected by railway workers called Eric Tirop. He wants to renew the CBA, which is stalled since 2014. And that will energize workers in that sector and have an opportunity to enjoy terms and conditions of service like any other workers. You have done very well in sugar reforms, and I want to thank you for that. And the General Secretary was here, Brother Wangara. You have done a good job in sugar reforms and all those factories around. The only problem is that some have reduced workers' salaries by 40% against the ILO Convention on Wages and Protection, and also on issues related to equal work of equal value. And that one I know you will advise accordingly, and you will allow the union concerned to sit with the management and work out on that. Lastly, second last, Your Excellency, I don't want to belabor too much because most of the things are things you know very well. We as workers, we are very much concerned about the ongoing political rallies in this republic as if elections are there next week. We urge the IEBC to put a stop to this menace and ask Kenyans to wait until IEBC releases the campaign calendar for our next year's elections. What we are trying to do now, inciting Kenyans, telling Kenyans things that are not really, this means that, Your Excellency, even if elections will be carried out and whoever wins fairly with this polarization might cause a problem into our country if you can't put this on a stop. In any country where we have political turmoil or strife, it is workers, women, and children who suffer because they can't fly out. these self-proclaimed leaders of the opposition, they will run away. You will not see them here. And they must be tamed by law. And this is the work of IEBC and our government to make sure that since we are not in electioneering period, you are busy developing this country. You are busy everywhere inspecting government projects, and some people are trying to mar the good work that you are doing. I am passionate about this request, Your Excellency, because if anything happens, it is us. When this ship sinks, it will sink with everybody. Your Excellency, on behalf of my colleagues, let me thank you for providing some mechanism to spur economic growth of our country. Kenyans did not believe that you can stabilize our economy with signs of construction work across the country that we have witnessed, and improvement in infrastructure and what we are seeing. They didn't. Kenyans could not believe that you could lower down the prices of fertilizer. While inflation remains low at 4.40%, the consumer price index in the country has risen to 150.0 points. I want to come to that one later, because that will be the last thing. I've already little bit touched on the economic performance of our nation, steered by yourself. You are the patron, you are custodian of our economic growth and economic performance, economic protection, and economic changes that we are witnessing. Bantu befemlembe dienyo khwikhala nesichirendi ngo kanda khabola kana makhua kabakholi bemirimo chikali kariyo shichirendi ngo khande ndo musakhulu we area ino dienye babone ko batieri abemirisi benyu bali imberi khandi isai na bantu bashirebanga injire na khulonde ko irale Udranga. Khudinenda abantu ababofu bashirebanga ni khutsie. Dienyo kubabora wa munyalo khutirira no murundu kulia. Abana befi aba banyalo khurechera amarechero kabwe o murundu kulia. No mwana o murundu uno share hare tawe. Norlano no kamsabe tnule uwe khunyana ukutsie shiroko bukulo mrundu ko kuruke shialo shino khumulonda hu muloma siru chants. Serikali hii kulimona mawaziri kane ama permanent secretary zaidi ya 10 abakongo betu parastatal bosi bali muserikali hiyo, abantu bali nende sauti kuli muserikali hiyo, fwenzi kuli muo kuli nende pao muserikali hiyo, abakwe benyu barebange pao fwe kuli nende pao. Manyego tutam Your Excellency, I have finished. I want now kindly to invite the minister, and as I had painted out the picture that the economy has done very well, I know you have something for us this year and next year, and these workers, all of them who went through here, they were indicating to you that this region and workers' constituents in the Republic of Country are two-term. May God bless you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I'm being reminded by my able personal assistant, and technician on economy, that if you gave us 23% minimum wage increase, your government